Okay, hello, seventh grade. As I told you, this was supposed to be the class that we were going to take live on Zoom, but I am going to videotape it because we are doing the reading again of the essay of Mark Twain. So, the lesson is on page 126 and the title is Restatement, okay? And this has to do with the essay that Mark Twain wrote that I told you that it was a little bit difficult to understand. I am very clear with that. I understand it is a hard reading, all right? So, let's discover the concept of what is restatement. Sometimes when authors present a difficult concept or word that might be hard for the reader to understand, they paraphrase, ¿ok? Cuando algo está muy difícil de entender, los autores tienden a parafrasear, ¿ok? That is, they present the same information in other words. Te lo presentan la misma información, pero en otras palabras, ¿ok? Or give a brief explanation immediately after the difficult word to aid the reader comprehend the passage, ¿ok? Y a veces esto es muy necesario porque hay cosas que son tan difíciles de comprender que necesitamos que el mismo autor nos dé un poquito más de luz al respecto, como es el caso de el ensayo de Mark Twain. This is a type of context clue. Remember that I told you what context clues were, such as the ones we discussed in the first chapter called a restatement. As you already studied, context clues are helpful to understand a text, but they are also helpful for enriching your vocabulary. For example, when you learn to recognize restatements as well as other hints the author gives you, you're able to incorporate new words to your vocabulary. For example, in On the Decay of the Art of Lying, Mark Twain writes, "What chances has the ignorant, uncultivated liar against the educated expert?" Y eso está difícil de entender. So, the reader can deduce from the sentence that the meaning of uncultivated is similar to that of ignorant. No es una cosa que no está cultivada en tierra, sino que por el contexto podemos entonces entender que se trata de ignorante, ignorant, since he presents one word as the definition of the other. Besides, he is contrasting the uncultivated liar with the educated expert. Así que está haciendo un contraste entre algo que no está cultivado, o sea, que es un mentiroso que no lo hace bien, versus un experto educado. By identifying these clues, you can deduce the meaning of words without having to be constantly looking them up in a dictionary. And this is what I have always told you. If you learn to use context clues, you don't always have to go find a dictionary. You don't always have to go Google a word or look for any other type of resource to know what you're reading. You need to understand the context of what you're reading. So this is what restatement and paraphrasing is, all right? Now, for the practice, you can do on page 127, exercise number 1 says, identify what part of the sentence helps you figure out the meaning of the underlying word. And let's do the first one together. No virtue can reach its highest usefulness without careful and diligent cultivation. Therefore, it goes without saying that this one ought to be taught in the public schools. Cultivation, te está diciendo que es algo que se tiene que cultivar o que se tiene que enseñar o que tienen que educar al estudiante para hacerlo. So then, which phrase tells me the definition of this word here? Ought to be taught in the public schools. Okay? Hay que enseñarlo. Okay? That's restatement and that's paraphrasing, and that's a type of context clues. Okay? See you in the next lesson.